It's 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
You got to install a new livery. If you can screen share real quick, I'm gonna show you. You already have it installed. Yeah.
With the first Grand Prix being held in 1971 with 13 corners and a length of 5.7 kilometers, welcome to Paul Ricard. Some cars being already out on track here today, but there's been some server issues. As you've just heard from our owner, we'll be with you quite soon here in Cyanide Paul Ricard. Quite the race to be expected here, as it is quite a track where we heard some drivers a little bit complain about corner issues, but also with the curbs. So with qualifying today being quite an interesting one, quite interesting to see how it will play out, as practice has started, but being some issues having to restart with some issues in the server side sadly happening quite a bit. We see round 7 in France, and all drivers out here pushing the hardest, but also pushing a little too hard. As just before I've hopped here, I've seen some drivers having some issues. Here we go. Now we are in. Now it works. We already see Johan Carrozza already out on track, followed by 3 other drivers, David Cook, Tuki Gonzalez, and Roland Justin as well. And just behind, I believe there was Sarah with her special Force India inspired livery for the rest of the season, LPR being the league that she mostly runs in. So, I believe even she being the owner, so wanting to give a bit of insight here for the Cyanide League for us today. Practice about 2.5 more minutes. It is a hot 16 degrees day today here in Paul Ricard, where the bubbles are 90% made of water. As we go onto the long straight, 13 corners, so it's going to be quite a bit of a straight here. So he's here now on the track. There seems to be some issues from my side. I really apologize. There's a livery on the car that we don't have. I believe it should be done now. If not, hopefully will be done soon. As this car here, it has its livery, so I think it's fixed now. But now back to our drivers. With about 1.5 more minutes to go here in Paul Ricard. Quite the track. It is not the Formula 1 layout as drivers are used to know. There's no middle chicane on the long back straight today. This will be just one flat out track from all of our drivers here. Sarah completes her first lap, 2:04.86. Look at the lifetime. I believe some other drivers also have completed. But with Sarah's best lap so far being a 1:32.8 or 1:3, she right now is topping the standings. Just followed by Andy Park with a 1:33.037. And just behind in P3 is Johan Karotskak with a 1:33.110. For me here, the live timing board is not quite updated as the server had to restart. Johan Karotskak goes for another lap, 1:35.0. Not really improving on his old lap time. As that's quite a bit of curb he's taking there. Let's go a bit closer. There we go. Today we will see the drivers absolutely taking the limits at this track. Track limits are the curbs, so we'll see the drivers absolutely mounting the curbs for all of our corners here. Going towards the second sector, turn 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I run all those corners following quite close to each other. You expect the cars to go not quite as fast, but they are speeding their way around here. So this is interesting to see how the drivers take those corners. Followed by the long straight. So you can't really miss that straight line up, that exit out of turn 6, as turn 7 is basically flat through the left-hander. As now practice is over for our drivers, and it looks to me drivers are getting used to the track. Johan Korsak right now going for purple, but I believe that's going to be purple from our lap time altogether. But obviously it doesn't quite matter yet, as qualifying is the session where it matters. Let me move just this a little bit to the left. It's quite more visible. I apologize for that. Now we're here with the end of practice following our leader. But Roland Justin goes just a little bit faster with 1:44.977. Not improving on his best lap time yet, but improves in the session so far. Ege Kansai next to cross the line, did not complete a lap. Might have invalidated us. That's quite easy to do on this quite easy to go wide track. Space the runoff areas all asphalt. It's like there's no gravel, no grass. It's just asphalt left, right, and center. So if you understand, go wide. On paper, you might not lose time, but with the warnings and penalties coming around, you will feel a little bit of you will feel the penalty coming in after the slowdown. So a few more drivers completing the lap until qualifying will be over. Till Burgergrave. I'm gonna butcher his name quite a few times. There's a a reserve driver for today with the Arc Knight special livery. There we go. Practice is now over here for our drivers as we now jump to qualifying. Garoskak right now is the topping our boards in the current session, but Sarah right now topped our board so far in the full qualifying session, practice session. Going through the lap times while the drivers wait is Sarah did a 1:32.813, followed by Andy Park, who hasn't completed when I was here a lap, with a 1:33.037. So already 2 attempts down on Sarah. Third is Johan with a 1:33.110, and in fourth is Jack Olivier, also a reserve driver for today, done a 1:33.340, followed by Jack Olivier is our owner of the server, but he will not drive, but I can show him. Here he is. He doesn't have a livery, but he's done a 1:33.350, quite a fast lap to be done to not race today. Tuki Gonzalez done a 1:33.681 to be up in P6. Roland Justin got quite a lap time to go in P7 for with a 1:33.747, and down in 8th was Juan Gramache with a 1:33.3. But there we go. Now that our practice is over, let's hop with our drivers that are going back out on track. Okay, let's see who all goes out on track. We'll see once the moment they leave the pit lane. The first rider to be out will be, I believe it was Sarah, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was Juan Gramache and Jack Olivier. So now go out the pit lane to start their warm-up lap, as obviously the first lap is not quite there to get the lap time, and you want to get the temperatures. And there's a big crash by Theo in the back. Teleports back to the pit lane. He was in the air there even. Just for a second, let me also turn on speed here, as we would love to have, there we go, a bit of insight on how fast our drivers are going. I'm apologize for that. We got that now fixed. Handstock mistake through turn 5. Also goes back to pit lane with the black and orange arrow. Silvio on a handstock has left, I believe, having issues here. Jack Olivier still leading our pack, going down the long straight. Had a name back in the 1970s, got rid of that name, I believe, but with the thought of it here, can't quite get it yet. Through turn 8, flat for these cars, absolutely no issue. And now through turn 9, very long right-hander. About 188 kilometers an hour for Jack Olivier. Will we see a good lap from him after he warmed up his lap? No push to pass for any other drivers yet, as push to pass is only available in practice and in the race, not in qualifying. So it is all down to pure pace and nothing more, as Juan Gramache with the Red Bull inspired livery right behind goes on the curb. That is allowed for track limits. Goes for the straight. Let's follow Jack Olivier towards turn 1. When is he going to brake? How fast is he going to go through the corners? Down to third. 170 kilometers an hour. Right side curve. A bit of oversteer, but managed to catch a car towards turn 2. Out of turn 2 now. A bit of a straight here towards turn 3. Down 2 gears again. Into third. Will he shift another one for the right left-hander here? Yes. And now, maybe even down to first to get the acceleration, but not quite. Jack Olivier stays in second. And now from here, flat until turn 9. This is a very long straight. One of the longest we've seen in calendar so far. It's just in the back. You see a few cars going out, so around end of first sector. Top speeds for Jack Olivier, about 287 kilometers an hour, while Juan Gramache a bit faster by 1 kilometer an hour. Andy Park has gotten a better setup for the straight line speed, goes 293 kilometers an hour. Absolutely fast. Well, Juan Carota as well, 295 kilometers an hour. While Ige Kanta, on the other hand, only goes 290 kilometers an hour. That's quite the setup, the difference of all of our drivers. We'll see on the straight the overtakes and the difference between the car speeds. While Jack Olivier done right now in purple sector 1. No one could beat that one. Goes green sector 2. Now towards the final 2 corners of turn 12 and 13. Hard on the brakes. A bit of understeer from him. Doesn't take quite as much track on the outside as he could, as you see Juan Gramache do in the back. But it's a 149 133.473. That is already quite a good lap. Put him in the midfield for practice. Andy Park does a 133.8, and Ege Kanter does a 134.9. 34.1. Well, Ege Kanter does a 134.9. That was what I've seen. I apologize for that. So right now, provisional pole. Jack Oliver 133.473. Teleports back into the pit lane as I believe not enough fuel. We see another car go across the line. That was Skip Cooper. Goes for a 2-minute 9, not quite a lap time. Theo Burgrave goes 135.624. Incredible from him. That could be quite a good lap time for the race. Andy Park goes for another lap here. Special controller player from Andy Park. So kudos to him to bring that car quite up to speeds here. It's not everyone is out on a steering wheel. Andy Park showing us what he can do on that controller. Right now only 4 attempts down to Jack Olivier. Sarah Mulfetova, big rival to Andy Park. Right now about half a second down to Andy. But goes 2 times faster in Sector 2, but I believe for Sector 1, not quite what she wants. That is 2 seconds down of her lap time. So she got that second sector nailed down, as it's basically just a straight with the 2 right-handers of turn 9 and 10, I believe that are. 8 and 9, I apologize for that. Squang Ramage goes across the line. 4th fastest, now 5th, as Johan beats his lap time. Andy Park 133.211. Still topping our leaderboard. He has beaten Jack Olivier by 2.5 tenths. Roland Justin crossed the line, 4th fastest, 133.767. A few cars still improving. Skip Cooper improves, 135.697. I apologize about a sneeze. I'm a little bit sick, as it might be hearable as well. Skip Cooper taking quite a bit of curb for turn 2. Very aggressive through there, still inside of track limits. How many drivers will take that advantage and risk taking quite a bit of curbs here? As in the bottom right, you see the track optimum, how much grip is on track, 100%, track temperature, 15 degrees air, 21 degrees track, with 9 kilometers wind, I believe, north side, which is to the left here of the straight, about 90, even more, 100 degrees to the left of the straight. So the cars will feel that wind going against them on the on the back straight. As towards now the 8-minute mark we go for the race. It's a nice cold wind I say Easter, it's autumn day, as we are in mid of October, even closing to the end of October, where Halloween is coming up soon. So hopefully we see some race special liveries for when that opportunity comes up. 15 degrees air, 21 degrees track. Live here in France. Andy Park in the pit lane goes out again. Sarah Mulfetova as well. Jack Olivier went purple sector 1, green sector 2. Could still go on to beat Sarah, or if he gets another 10th out of the final sector, could get up to Andy Park's speed as well. 7 minutes 40 remaining. And the pressure just increasing. Tuki Gonzalez improves, 133.773. But now going with Jack Olivier, about to cross the line now at the end of the straight. There we go, pole! Provisional pole, 133.033. Not quite what we see in practice, but with different conditions throughout the sessions, this could be what we would see for pole position. Andy Park about 1.7 tenths behind. Till mistake behind. He's going to the pit lane immediately. Andy Park goes for another lap. Goes yellow sector 1. So not quite improving there. While another driver is improving is Juan Gramache. Green sector 1. Only half a second down to pole. Could see himself up into P4 if he brings this lap time up. Towards turn 8 now. Flat through here. But you see the speed difference. Only 285 kilometers an hour. His setup is fought for there's first and last sector, where you have to nail those corners and get that aerodynamic advantage. As Juan Guamash is looking down for that. On the curb there, track limits from him. That is inside of that. We're gonna see some extreme cool curb riding, as Juan Guamash shows us there what is all capable throughout the final corner now. Hard accelerator, losing the rear a little bit. And now, flat out, towards the line. 33, 44, what is he gonna do? 9th fastest, improving in time, but not improving in position. Tuki Gonzalez goes 2nd fastest, 133.045. Oh, Sarah goes into the back. A huge incident. What has happened there? Tuki Gonzalez, he stepped on the brake, broke check. Sarah will fade over. Both went in the air. That is, I did not know that drivers would do that. That's David Cook. Did a burnout, I believe, at the end of the straight. Goes 10th fastest, improving in lap time, 145.049, but not in position. Stays down. Improving right now is Andy Park. This could be good for him. 3 temps down to Jack Olivier. Improving another temps could see him up into P2 from Tuki Gonzalez. But we know that his straight line speed is helping him tremendously. Purple sector 2. And this could be just 1/10 behind Jack Olivier. Goes through the final sector. Now Andy Park needs to nail this perfectly. He needs to get everything correct here. Throughout the final 2 corners he goes now.
Stai gridando. No, tu!
That's now Andy Park through the final corner. I apologize for that. Family is not quite happy with my loudness. Hopefully that gets quite fixed, as my headphones have turned off. I apologize for that. I can't hear anything. It's in the back. That is Juan Guamash. Into the wall there. Was a bit pushing too much, but Andy Park did not improve. So looking at the lap time, he did lose basically everything in that final sector there. As Andy Park was gone 32.436 in the final sector, while I believe Jack Olivier did a 132.1 in the final sector, if I'm not mistaken there. So Andy Park has lost it through the final couple corners of this track. 4 minutes remaining. Jack Olivier preparing to start his next and I believe even final out lap here. Fast lap. Now across the line he goes. 5th gear. Up into 6th, maybe. Not quite. Brakes. Now down into 3rd. Absolutely revving that car to the limit. Towards now. Onto the outside curb. We haven't seen many cars do that. Jack Olivier goes pretty fast. It's about 2 times up in his delta. Goes through turn 3 and 4 now. Towards turn 5. Hard on the brake. Stays in 2nd to not get too much torque and oversteer through those rear tires. Up into 3rd. Flat through here. Onto the main straight. Back straight. He has some slipstream opportunity from lapped cars, back markers, who are probably also going for their fastest lap. Goes through sector 1. We will see soon what it is. It's just 400 down to his fastest lap, but that is not quite what is concerned, as he could still improve in sector 2 and 3. Goes towards turn 8 now. Onto the left-hander. Right-hander, I apologize, not left-hander. Let me get my left-right correct. 5,000 slower through there. Now the final sector is what really counts for Jack Olivier. Throughout the left-hander, he didn't notice a bit of dirty air, but that back marker, the lapped car was back marker up ahead has spun out of turn 10. Now through turn 12, Jack Olivier goes, and through turn 13, did that back marker ruin his lap? Goes to the accelerator. Bit of smoke through those rear tires. And across the line, what will it be? Improves or not? Does not improve. Loses attempts in the final sector. Tuki Gonzalez right now is not improving either. He's on his out lap. Preparing to maybe go for a hot lap. Well, Andy Park is as well on an out lap here. All other drivers here, except Johan Karozak, is on an out lap. Johan is going for his pole time if he can. This 3.5 seconds, 3.5 tenths down to Jack Olivier. Could still put him up into P3. But what is that middle sector? Johan Karozak goes 3 tenths faster through there. Incredible. Now for the final couple corners. towards the right hand, and now 3 times up. He is on par with Jack Olivier's lap time. Jack Olivier does purple, sector 1. So Johan Carlosek needs to look for a way. Pretty slow through the final corner there. Looking to go for a slow in, fast out type method. Is that going to work out, or was it just a bit too slow? Across the line, that was not it. Lost about 1 second in the final sector. Jack Olivier goes for provisional pole right now. 0.075 faster in sector 1, but then 0.013 slower in sector 2. Still looking to go faster. Now this final sector is where he needs to get it correctly. 1 minute remaining. And not many other drivers are improving. Sarah is improving in sector 1, but has gone yellow sector 2. As Johan Carlosek slows down, does a mistake, as Jack Olivier improves by 10 hundredths. So Mufetova in the back goes green sector 1, purple sector 2. Sarah could snatch provisional pole here if she gets this lap correctly. Out of the final corner, hard on the accelerator. Across the line, what will it be? And it's going to be third fastest, improving just about, I believe, just a few tenths. Not quite enough to get Tuki or Olivier, but beats Andy Park off the top 3. Andy Park not improving in sector 1 to Jack Olivier, 3.5 tenths down towards the second sector. At the end of this corner, in the middle of this corner, is the second one. 2 tenths up. That is the straight line speed advantage, and with that, he could beat Tuki Gonzalez and put himself up into P2. Qualifying is now in overtime, so everyone is the final lap now. They have to complete this one as good as they can. They have no other shot. Cross now through the next couple corners, through the final 2 corners he goes. As no Wendy Park oversteer, and that is his lap time over now. He has to. That is quite unfortunate from Andy Park. Did not improve with that oversteer in the final corner. And that is Andy Park down in P4. But could drop down even more. Ege Kansai goes purple sector 2, but lost out a second in sector 1. Ege Kansai is going to improve. Not quite, but Skip Cooper does improve. Goes up into P10, beating Michael Sidlecki. Down in P11, but Michael Sidlecki not quite happy, I believe that is. Down in P11. So he cuts now every corner and into the wall. That is not quite. He looks not to be happy to me. Jack Olivier right now, provisional pole. No one is improving. And Sarah Mufetova as well. Spins at the end of the straight. Andy Park not improving either. Juan Gramash is improving, so let's stay on with him. Throughout turn 8 now. Here at the middle of the straight is the sector time. Is it going to improve? 2 tenths down still, but this could still be a good lap time. But no! The session ended before he could complete his lap time, as we're now about to join race 1 here in Paul Ricard. That was quite the qualifying, as Jack Olivier has left. Hopefully he'll be back for the race. Can't show his car for the showing, but Jack Olivier got pole by 1:33.045. Then is Sarah, I believe. Tuki Gonzalez then got pole. It was Tuki Gonzalez lap time, I just said, 1:33.045. Jack Olivier did a 1:32.799. That's what lap time he did. And Tuki Gonzalez got a here. 1:33, about 2 tenths down. Then Sarah Mufetova got a 1:33.114 with Andy Park following up with a 1:33.211. Roland Justin 1:33.371 and Johan Karolczak 1:33.413. Juan Gramash 1:34.326 and Theo Berggrave, I'm sorry for that, 1:34.423. Ege Kansai 1:34.499. David Cook 1:34.855. Currently also live on Twitch, showing his POV if anyone is interested to see what the drivers see during the race. Skip Cooper 1:34.956 and Michael Sidlecki 1:34.978. Then it was, I'm apologize for that. That was Orna Henstock down in 13th with a 1:35.481. And then Was Jack Oliver just behind, but Jack Oliver is back. So we are all ready for the race start. 20-minute race. I'll be ready. Kick David Cook. Someone voted to kick him. I voted. No. I pressed the wrong button. Hopefully he does not get banned. That would be quite the terrible thing. Hopefully it won't get to him, as we have about good. The vote failed. That is quite good to see, as we are about 1 minute to the race start. Jack Oliver tops out the grid here. Few cars revving already. Will we see a masterclass from Jack Oliver? Or will Tuki Gonzalez get it? Or will we see another driver taking that lead into turn 1? As it's about 47 seconds to race start. And now is all or never. Look at the tire choice. I believe everyone is gone at the same time, but Jack Oliver tires are the yellow compound. If that's the difference, they are all on the soft tires. It must be skin related, those yellow striped tires. Everyone else is on the red striped tires, but all of them are the soft ones. 20 seconds till race start. The timer will go away any second. The lights will pop out soon. Any second now. Revving is Jack Oliver. 10 seconds. Timer is gone. Lights will appear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. And it's go for race 1 here in Paul Ricard. Jack Oliver gets a good start. Does Tuki Gonzalez respond? Not quite. Tuki Gonzalez, where has he gone? He's gone to the back of the grid. And Andy Park and Sarah now side by side towards turn 1. Andy Park on the outside. There's cars going off the track. Incredible. Andy Park losing in the rear. Sarah gets it straight. That is Theo in the back. Gone off. Now down in last place. Jack Oliver. Great start. Is now in the lead. Sarah gets P2, Andy Park P3, Roland Justin just following in P4, Johan Karosek in P5, Tuki Gonzalez in P6 and Juan Gomash in P7, Ege Kanta in P8, David Cook in P9, Skip Cooper in P10, Michael Sidlecki in P11, Orna Henstock in P12 and Theo with a bad corner down in last, but now following up into the straight here, live in France. We don't see yet cars going for overtakes, but Andy Park with the highest straight line speed. I want to stay on him. He reaching up speeds up to 300 kilometers an hour towards turn 8. Will he feed it? Justin just behind. Very, very close together towards now turn 9. Bit wide for Andy Park. Well, Justin more aiming for the inside line towards turn 10 now. Andy Park has gained a little bit of time through those couple corners. And on the backs, Skip Cooper lose the position to David Cook, but David Cook got a bit wide. Will we see a switchback? Theo has now teleported up in top of the timings, but that is not correct. That is going to get updated soon, as David Cook gets the time to Skip Cooper, but up in front, Andy Park has gained a little bit from Roland Justin, and everyone is now following each other. Turn 1, a few drivers already have used one push to pass. We will see the green light on the top line. That's Andy Park going quite a bit wide throughout turn 2. That is not the optimal line through there, and that could be a warning, as the track temperature has changed as well. Track is 20 degrees, while air is still the same 15. In the back, Tuki Gonzalez has to slot in correctly. He is down to P5. Will Andy Park do anything? He has the slipstream to Sarah will fade over, while Jack Oliver is flying off in the distance, 1.8 seconds to P2, while Andy Park has the straight line speed advantage to Sarah, 289 kilometers, while Sarah as well. So the setups are now the same for the two. In the back, we see David Cook side by side with Ege Kansai, while also Michael Sidlecki and Orna Henstock in the back too. David Cook gets a position, but is Ege Kansai going to respond on the inside? Going for the bollard, but David Cook gets the position. Davey went past up into P8 on a Henstock. Still defending from Michael Sidlecki here. Goes a bit wide. And Michael Sidlecki looking to get the move here. Goes for a more wider approach to get a better corner exit. Is it going to work out for him? Towards turn 12. Now they go. Michael Sidlecki just behind for the outside. did not quite manage to do that. On the handstock, just managing. Andy Park is as well fighting with Simon Feitova. Let's hop there. Well, in the up ahead, there we go. There's been some issues with the timing boards jumping around, but up ahead I see David Cook hungry for positions. He's finding himself up those places. He has figured out something here with his pace. Towards now, turn 3 they go. Not taking quite advantage of the curbs. David Cook goes wide through there. Turn 5 now. Not losing out any time to Juan Gamache. The Red Bull inspired livery. David Cook is right on the rear end of him. Now on the straight. Will he use a push to pass? Looking at the left here. He does use it now. Onto the left they go. Both I believe are using it. Not quite. It's just David Cook who used it. He is passed on the straight. David Cook absolutely flying here. After having quite a qualifying not to be happy with. But Tuki Gonzalez goes past Johan Karajsak up into P5. But is Johan Karajsak going to respond on the outside? Looking for the switch back towards turn 10. And now on the inside, the door is open. Tuki Gonzalez did not leave him. Tuki Gonzalez is now passed for turn 6. Turn 12, I believe. I'm sorry for that. Now through the final couple corners of this lap. Left-hander, then right-hander. Johan Karajsak could not quite respond. David Cook is now following up in them. David Cook hungry for position, the number 23 car. I believe Roland adjusted a bit of issues there with the position. But Johan Karajsak not quite giving up yet. Wanted to get the position, but David Cook has the greatest opportunity here with 2 drivers fighting up ahead. He could have a shot to maybe look to get an opportunity on time and also maybe position as Johan Karajsak goes side by side through turn 4. Now through turn 5, is Johan Karajsak going to respond with the white striped tire still on the soft, so that is just looks wise, so performance wise not an issue. As I believe in the back, that is Juan Gamache using a push to pass, while also Johan Karajsak using a push to pass side by side. As Johan Karajsak goes back past Tuki Gonzalez, goes immediately for the slipstream. As that is quite important on the straight. He uses his push to pass side by side towards turn 8. Tuki Gonzalez has passed again. Wow, these two are switching positions. I can't really raise my voice, but I'm absolutely hyped for this. This is fighting 101. They're showing us, oh, a mistake on a handstock off turn 8. Sidlecki as well. There's been contact between the two. Hopefully not too much damage involved, and that is now Theo Bergrave going past of Michael Sidlecki while on a handstock stays ahead. Look at the timing. Johan Karajsak still has a shot to get his position back here. He is in a slipstream, has the straight line speed advantage with that drag reduction towards turn 1. Side by side, you don't usually see that, but Johan Karajsak leaves the car off Tuki Gonzalez pass. David Cook goes pretty wide, mistake from him, giving Juan Gamache a shot behind to maybe gain his way past again, edging his way closer. As Theo Bergrave fighting with Orna headstock here. Orna having a bit of issues with damage, I believe, as well. Theo Bergrave goes to the outside, turn 3. And then there's a big lockup in the rear. Nearly losing the rear. Michael Sidlecki goes past. Theo Bergrave gives up the position to avoid damage and contact. It's now, oh, what has happened? Michael Sidlecki has been collected by Theo's internet issues. That is gonna have to be investigated later on. Michael Sidlecki might not be happy with that. Tuki Gonzalez back up into the battle for P5. Nearly had the shot at the end of the straight. Was about 6,000 behind, hundreds behind Johan Karajsak. And I have to say, Jack Oliver absolutely dominating this race so far. About 3.5 seconds up to Sarah Murphy-Tova. Well, Andy Park about following Sarah here. She's under pressure by her rival here. On a handstock, side by side with Theo Bergrave. Hopefully he will not also be a victim of internet issues, but looks to me Theo Bergrave has fixed his internet issues so far. So he's gone up into P11 with quite a bit of a good start. Quite a very bad start, I apologize. With a bad start, has gone past a few positions, but back up into P11. David Cook catching slowly to Tuki Gonzalez here. David Cook, I don't believe, is a Scot. He does live in Britain, so he's a British driver, so hopefully no British bias happening through here. Throughout the straight now, will he use a push to pass to get past? As the name says, that's quite used. Not quite, he doesn't use it. He uses raw speed to go past. When will he use it, or will he ever use it? Not quite, but Tuki Gonzalez sticks to the slipstream, back side by side towards turn 8 now. Onto the right hand and they go. Tuki Gonzalez is back up in front. Will we see something from these two? Will there be some epic battle? Tuki Gonzalez back up, but David Cook does not give up yet. Looks for the inside, breaks early to maybe look for a better exit, but Tuki Gonzalez back up in front. Tailboy Grave loses the position to Ona Hensok. They're side by side. Use the push to pass. So they are down to 7 push by the Ona Hensok is down to 6. Onto the right hander now of turn 8. Contact a little bit. Ona Hensok having to avoid a bit of a contact on the inside there, having to avoid on the outside. Back up with David Cook. Lost out a bit of time to Tuki Gonzalez, about 7 tenths down, while Juan Guamache about 4 tenths behind him. This could be an interesting battle happening here for P6. Overall, Wingus Racing, David Cook absolutely pushing his way past some positions. He is fighting his way through. Now towards turn 4 and turn 5. David Cook has a shot here. 8 push to passes. We are already past the halfway mark, but there's contact. David Cook tags the rear end of Tuki Gonzalez, sliding off onto the left. Tuki Gonzalez catches the car but has lost a little bit. Juan Guamache has a shot to David Cook. Tailboy Grave gets a 5-second penalty for counter cutting, only having 3 warnings. Tailboy Grave left the session, retiring from the race. But now Juan Guamache side by side with David Cook towards turn 8. Now is David Cook gonna give out? Not quite. He is still on the outside. Who's gonna be brave on the brakes? Who's gonna be brave with the car? It does not look to be anyone wants to back out, and it's David Cook who comes up winning into this corner battle. Absolutely spectacular fighting from these drivers. Andy Park is just staying in that 7 tenths gap to 7 with Tova as well. While David Cook now wanting to increase his gap to Juan Guamache and Tuki Gonzalez. There might be some investigation later on with David Cook's and Tuki Gonzalez incident. We might see after the race what will happen. And again, Kanta is also slightly creeping up to these 3 battling. While up ahead, bit of a quieter battle going on as David Cook, mistake through turn 2, drops down 2 position. I just missed that, and it's now down into P8 again, having to fight all over again. Was that on purpose? Maybe David Cook likes some thrill, so maybe he wants to find his way back up ahead, as wanting to show his pace out on these super Formula cars with those Yokohama tires. Live here in France with 50 degrees temps and 20 degrees road temps. Both views push to pass David Cook and Tuki Gonzalez. But David Cook has the advantage of the slipstream, 305 kilometers an hour, while Tuki Gonzalez only has 297 kilometers an hour. David Cook has the advantage on the inside now. They're going to be very close, side by side, wheel to wheel action. Oh, and there might be some contact there. David Cook got tagged Tuki Gonzalez a little bit. Again, these two are not separable. They want to fight as much as they can, but David Cook is back up in front, and his next victim might be Juan Guamache, but slows down a little bit to go side by side with Tuki Gonzalez. What could happen here? Towards the final couple of corners they go. If we are at the final corner now, David Cook still up ahead to Tuki Gonzalez, while Juan Guamache, with all that battling, is saying thank you so much, as he is gaining time to these two fighting. Andy Park lost out at 10th to 7 with it over. Not quite managing that car correctly, having some issues. A bit of oversteer I saw through turn 3 and 4. The tire wear could be coming in now, so maybe no pit stops happening, but with races like these where drivers push from start to finish, near the end the tires could give out, and race 1 right now is absolutely spectacular everywhere. David Cook about 6 times to Juan Gamache. Juan Gamache has pressed the push to pass button. We will see that gap increase. Will David Cook press his button? There we go, he does. 5 push to passes left for him. He has pressed it later, so we'll have it on for longer after Tuki Gonzalez. Towards turn 8 now. Tuki Gonzalez stopped. Now David stopped. And this is about a 2 times gain he had there. David Cook absolutely pushing his cut limit. Will we see this overtake happening once again? To turn 9 they go now. David Cook is absolutely pushing his limits here. Throughout the left hander now. A bit wide, but not big of an issue for him. Following Juan Gamache quite closely throughout this final sector here. Third turn 2 now. A bit more of an inside line. Then Tuki Gonzalez, another final corner. Right on that gearbox. Will we see that push your pass button pressed again? Not quite. He just stays in the slipstream for now. Maybe saving up that push to pass for the straight. Tuki Gonzalez defends the inside while David Cook looks for the outside. Could be a switchback opportunity. Not quite. David Cook backs out for now. Maybe this is a corner where David Cook is having some issues. Now towards turn 3 they go. David Cook staying behind. Throughout turn 5 now, David Cook just making himself visible and evenly off those mirrors. Looking for the inside there now. The inside for turn 7 onto the back straight they go, and David Cook swipes to the left to go for the overtake. Is he going to press his push to pass? Or will he stay? There he does. He pressed it. Tuki Gonzalez pressed it as well. They are following each other now in the slipstream. David Cook is back up at P6. While Juan Gamache in the slipstream following P7. Just a little bit more push to pass from him. Towards turn 8 they go now. On the outside wants to make it happen. Tuki Gonzalez. I'm sorry. Juan Gamache. Yeah, I apologize. Juan Gamache, not Tuki Gonzalez. I've missaid his name. This Juan Gamache here fighting with David Cook. David Cook lost a position out of turn 9. That move on the outside helped Juan Gamache to get that position back. And now towards turn 12. These two are going to battle it till the end of the race. While up ahead, Johan is catching to Roland Jutskin for P4. Keeping an eye out on both timings with push to passes. David Cook up ahead, nearly on the straight, but he looks side by side towards turn 1. They go on the inside. David Cook got the position done before the corner even starts. Incredible, but a bit of oversteer could hurt his acceleration for Juan Gamache, who could follow closely now through turn 3 now, turn 4 left, turn 5 right. Juan Gamache just following very close, yes, on a handstock, and Sidlecki also quite close together throughout the line they go. While also up ahead, finally we see the position change between P4, Johan Karolczak and Roland Judson. Only push to pass used for Johan, while Roland wants to keep his still for later on. Both are on 2 now. Roland looking for the outside. His wing was next to the rear tire, but backs out for now and gives out the position. But is Roland Johnson going to give up? I don't believe he will. As David Cook has gotten quite of a gap to Juan Gamache as well. 5/10 from him. David Cook's eyes are up ahead, but with a 9-second gap, that could be quite an issue. As Andy Park is also quite close to Saba Mufetova, about 6 times, as Roland Judson and Johan Karolczak as well. Very close together. Andy Park about 1.4 seconds to Saba Mufetova now. As you see that curb taken from Roland Judson. Will that be a penalty? Will he get a cut warning? Was that too far off? I don't see it yet. 2 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the race. Next lap will be white flag, final lap. And on a handstock, I believe, has gotten a position on Michael Sidlecki. Going nearly side by side for turn 4 and 5. I know, the final corner, I believe that was. Sorry, I apologize for that. And now onto the main straight they go. Michael Sidlecki in the back. Johan Henschel has 2 more push to passes he can use. Will he use them? Michael Sidlecki goes for the outside while on the defense the inside. Does not get the position, Michael. Stays behind. But these two could switch their positions before the race ends. 2 laps to go. And these two are absolutely fighting here. With that incident with Michael Sidlecki and Theo, Michael Sidlecki could suffer a little bit of damage from that. Going up ahead for P4, Roland Judson, just about half a second to Johan Karolczak. After that position switch, Roland wants not to give up yet, as we, I believe, now cross the line for the final lap. Here we go, Jack Olivier. Let's stay up on board with him. As we now go on board, I believe. Sorry, there we go. On board with Jack Olivier towards turn 3 now. Riding those curves. 3, 4. Now 5, the right-hander. Nicely done, Jack Olivier. Absolutely comfortable in that car. Towards turn 6, the right-hander. And now turn 7. Now straight. Presses that push to pass. You see that blinking on that steering wheel. That means he's pressed it. His final push to pass. Going for about 290 kilometers an hour. On this back straight here towards turn 8 now. This is a flat right-hander. We've seen some fighting towards this corner. Absolutely no sweat. I believe now for turn 8 and 9, this right-hander as well. And now turn 10, brakes around that where the asphalt on the right started. For the turn 10 corner, goes wide on the curb. That is allowed. That could be also great. Lead us on the final lap as he crosses the final 2 corners. Turn 12 and turn 13. Jack Olivier is winner of race 1, round 7. Paul Ricard French Grand Prix. Nicely done by our French driver here. So home win for our driver here. Andy Park P3, Simon Perfecto P2, Johan Karolczak P4, Roland Judson goes in for P5. David Cook absolutely dominated this race, even finishing down in P6. He started down in P10, getting a lot of positions, having incredible battles. Juan Ramash fighting him, showing us some super battles as well, finishing down in P7. And Tuki Gonzalez, Juan Ramash reversing him to David Cook, saying I believe thank you. Tuki Gonzalez P8, Ege Kansai P9, Skip Cooper crossing the line for P10. Orna Hensov versus Michael Sidlecki, who will finish for P11. This could be a drag race to the line. Contact, and it is Orna Henstock who gets the P11 position, and Michael Sidlecki goes for P12. Incredible. That was quite an end to the race. Absolutely beautiful. This was just race 1. There is 1 more to go. 1 more race to go. So now all the drivers can now get their thoughts together for this race number 2. Also, it's gonna be reverse order for our top 8 drivers. So Tuki Gonzalez will be on pole, starting first, while Jack Olivier will start down in P8. So we might see some great battles then. Here we go, race 2 now. And now is the big one. This is what all counts. This could be the one race where all the action could unfold, with the faster drivers starting in the midfield, while the slower drivers who finished down in P8, P7 and P6 starting more at the front of the grid. David Cook could have a shot here. He showed his pace. He could have a god race here if he plans everything correctly, with about a few more minutes until race start number 2. While that happens, let me blow my nose. You will not hear me obviously blow my nose. I will mute my. There we go, blowing my nose, so I'm all ready to commentate again for race 2. Let's run down our winner for race 1. It was Jack Olivier, absolutely dominating race. While now starting down in P8, here we see Sarah Mufetova was in P2, Annie Park P3, Jan Carter P4, Roland Justin P5, David Cook P6, who's now starting P3, Juan Guamash P7, and Tuki Gonzalez P8. Now starting in P1. Let me get a good camera angle through here. Here we go. This is the one I'm looking for. And this could be the race where quite a bit more action could unfold. We saw Theo going off into turn 1. I believe also causing a bit of a collision going out. Track temps has changed again. 16 degree air, 21 degree road. And that 1 degree can change quite a bit of strategy, how much you push and how much you push through the corners. As we're live here in France, a whopping 21 degrees road, 16 degrees air. About 1 minute left until the lights turn off. All the drivers fixing their fuel and all those tiny adjustments that they can do before the race starts. This could be important, as those slightly tiny readjustments could change the world in a race like this. And and obviously you want to get all the advantage you can get in race 2 of Paul Ricard here in Cyanide Racing. Cyanide Academy, but I'm sorry, no, Cyanide Racing. So for 14 more seconds remaining till lights out. 10 now. Lights will turn on any second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. As it's go, go, go. Pedal to the metal. Tuki Gonzalez gets a bad start. Juan Guamash goes up ahead already. And Roland Judson goes full wide with Tuki Gonzalez. Andy Park, absolutely spectacular, goes up into the lead. And what has happened in the back? Big incident. Big incident. Juan Guamash has been involved. Johan Kurtz, Sarah Mufetova has been involved. 3-car incident. Ege Kürzer was also slightly involved. And that has caused a restart. Incredible. That obviously deserved that restart. That was quite a big one, as I said. Also, what I forgot to mention, 12 kilometers an hour wind towards northwest, northeast, I believe that is. So we will have a bit of a counter wind throughout the straight, a bit of right hand side wind, which will be counter wind for turn 8 and turn 6, turn 8 and end of turn 6. So this could throw some of our drivers off. But we now wait for the second race 2 restart, as obviously quite sad to see just this of a big one that happened here. Nice to see that a restart has been issued, as that would be obviously racing is not really the fairest sport, but we can make it fair with the right stewards, and the stewards decided, let's make it fair and give everyone a second chance. 40 seconds till lights out. Revving for some of our cars. That is Tuki Gonzalez, who's revving his car. 4 cut warnings allowed before a penalty is issued. We saw Theo being one of the drivers who sadly went above that. And is now not racing for race 2. So we only have 12 drivers today. Lights are now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. As it's go, go, go. Pedal to the metal. And Tuki Gonzalez gets, again, not quite the best of starts. Juan Guimaraes just following. And this is going to be 3 wide again. 4 wide in the back. Andy Park, absolutely spectacular start again. But this time not going up into the lead. Would there be contact this time? No. Every driver goes past safe and clean this time. David Cook losing out quite a lot of position. Starting in P3 down into P8. Now, it's in the back. Ona Henstock side by side with Inge Kansai. And oh, that is Sarah spun around. Can Sarah recover it quick enough? Cuts turn 5 to join back up into the grid, but we'll get a cut warning. David Cook as well involved in some kind of incident. Side by side with Simon Feitora through turn 7. Up ahead, Tuki Gonzalez leading as Roland Justin already everyone using their first push to pass. Shaq Olivier being the only one who isn't using his push to pass. And Michael Sidlecki either. Andy Park side by side with Jan Corsa. Jan Corsa gets a position for P4 on the inside of turn 8 now and gets a position before turn 9 starts. Andy Park makes him visible on the inside. Doesn't quite manage. Roland Justin goes past Juan Guimaraes and is now looking to maybe get Tuki Gonzalez for the lead here today as Juan Guimaraes goes a bit wide, gives a shot for Johan Karosak. Sarah goes past Cooper and Skip Cooper spins it round. David Cook goes past as well. Johan Karosak side by side with Juan Guimaraes, contact with a front end damage from him. Andy Park going side by side to Danny, to Tui. Oh, what has happened? Our race steward did not go back to the pit lane, and there has been a massive incident with Johan Karosak as a restart has been issued for the mistake. Big apologies from our race steward and owner. That is quite unfortunate to see that can happen. Or sadly to see that did happen. Last race something similar happened to me. Not that I stayed on track, I actually left the entire race server, missing out entirely of lap 1. This time fixed those issues. So now we are back for restart 2, and this could be the restart. David Cook could maybe get his stuff together, having both the first actual start and then the restart. A bad start out of it. Can we see David Cook get his P3 here, or maybe even his P2 or P1? David Cook has a shot, has a chance. He just has to play his cards correctly here. "45 seconds till lights out." Every driver knows all the strategies. Every driver knows how to get those race starts. Will we see Tuki Gonzalez get a good start, or will we see David Cook get a good start? Or Andy Park again grilling the grid like he did in that first start. This is all open for all of our drivers. 13 seconds remaining till lights out. Lights will be on now. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And it's go, go, go. Pedal to the metal. Everyone gets a good start. Juan Guimaraes gets a better start than Tuki Gonzalez. This David Cook get a good start this time. He does. He's on the inside. And he's going to get the lead. David Cook on the inside of contact a little bit with Tuki Gonzalez. The car going wide. Someone has cut the corner. That's Tuki Gonzalez getting the corner. And oh, big incident in the back. That is Andy Park flipping his car. But David Cook has finally taken my advice and has gone up into P2 with his restart. He's used one push to pass already. Will he use another one on the straight here? Tuki Gonzalez had to cut the corner, so leading the race. Will he give it back, or will he wait till the stewards tell him something? weaving on the straight, leading David Cook on. David Cook, the only one who's not using his push to pass on the straight, as he only used his once. And now towards turn 8 they go. Jack Olivier, our winner of race 1, looking to be struggling a little with Sarah and Juan Guamache. Sarah goes on the outside, gets the position done, but Jack Olivier not quite giving out, also still on the inside, but gives out now. Sarah does not give up at all and goes past Juan Guamache very easily, smooth like butter, one must say. David Cook lost the position to Roland Judson, and is now back where he started, while Johan Karasak just following for P4. Juan Guamache being followed by Jack Olivier. Jack has the pace, he knows it. He just needs to bring it up correctly here. As no, Watson again! D22 has forgotten. He's now gone back. Hopefully no drivers have been involved this time. Does not look like it, but there's a slide, there's an incident in the front. There's Johan Karasak off. Is he alone? He is alone. Incident alone. While Andy Park and Skip Cooper are in the pit lane, I believe, to repair damage, with Andy Park's car having flipped quite a few times. That's not quite what you want to see. David Cook is close to Jordan Johnson. Jordan Johnson is very close to Tuki Gonzalez. Are they going to use a push to pass in? Not quite, but Tuki Gonzalez weaving to break the slipstream. David Cook side by side with Roland Judson. Towards turn 8 they go. Tuki Gonzalez, the only one who uses his push to pass. Will it help him? It could help him towards turn 8. David Cook, is he going to give out? He does give out, yes. Looks himself for the inside. While Tuki Gonzalez nearly went side by side with Roland Judson. Now it's David Cook back side by side with Roland Judson. But gives out for this battle towards turn 9. But Roland Judson, the 2-Arrow Autosport cars, being 1-2 in this race, while David Cook, Wingers Racing, fighting Sarah Mufetova, Lead Paul Racing car, Lead Paul. Sarah goes past. Incredible work. David Cook gives out the position, but Jack Olivier, the Maka Racing car, would love to have a shot at David as well. They're going side by side. Does David give out? Or David leads? Tuki Gonzalez still leading our grid here. As David does keep the position, but Jack Olivier looks for the inside. Brave on the brakes. Will he manage to make the corner? He does make the corner. And Dave lost another position down in P5. Down in P9, we see Orna Hensok getting himself closer to Ege Kansai, edging just a little bit closer throughout these corners. And with a race like this, we might see also Jack Oliver getting his way past. He is the fastest car on track, following now Sarah Mufetova and Roland Judson. Push to pass used for Tuki Gonzalez and Sarah and Olivier. Roland Judson still using his. Now his has done, and Sarah doesn't quite manage to get the position. Pulls herself back behind. Orna Hensok gets the position to Ege Kansai. Side by side for Roland Judson and Tuki Gonzalez towards turn 8. Sarah could join in to make it a three-way battle. Side by side turn 9. Goes a bit wide. The teammates here absolutely don't care for team points. As Sarah sends it on the inside, but puts herself out, as that could have been quite a dangerous move, and she knew it. Jack Olivier behind saw the opportunity to maybe look for the inside, and he does it. Side by side turn 12, and now turn 13. Sarah Mufetova still there, but doesn't quite manage to get the acceleration done, and Jack Olivier is up into P3. David Cook just following these two. This could be his chance. He's just looking for the racing line while Sarah Mufetova goes side by side with Jack Olivier towards turn 1. Sarah backs out for that, and Dave could have a shot here, while Ege Kansai is right on the wheel of Johan Karasak, while Orna Hensok lost the position again to Ege Kansai. And this is important fighting from our drivers here, as all points do count towards the end of the championship, as the championship is so wide open for many of our drivers here towards turn 7. Jack Olivier, no push to pass used. Sarah used her push to pass. Has finished out. Jack Olivier now using his push to pass. Roland Tuki his 3 wide on the straight. Who's gonna be ahead for turn 8? It's just unbelievable seats. Tuki Gonzalez goes past. Jack Olivier on the inside. Roland just on the outside. Sarah got to contact between the two. Jack Olivier slides into Roland Justin. Sarah with it over. Goes past. And Tuki Gonzalez leads this pack. Jack Olivier's up into second. But Jack Olivier is not quite done yet. He is looking for Tuki Gonzalez towards turn 12. Bit of contact. Sarah Fetover is not done as either. Making it 3 wide nearly again. Side by side. Jack Olivier on the outside. Goes off. Both go off. Sarah on the inside. Making it 3 wide. Sarah could get the position. They are full battle. 5-way as well. David Cook joining in. Side by side. Sarah on the middle. Rolling on the outside. Jack on the inside. And Sarah gets a position. But goes off. Casts the corner. And Jack Olivier goes past. Oh wow, I'm getting lightheaded. Jack Olivier is up into the lead. Beautiful, beautiful racing. David Cook goes for P4. Roland Justin not giving out yet. Side by side. David Cook is up into P4. Sarah Mufetova uses her push to pass early for turn 7. Now on the straight. Hurst will finish first before Jack Olivier's finished. Tuki Gonzalez also using his. All top 3s have finished. David Cook's still going. He has to use it a little bit later, while Roland Justin as well. Roland Justin finished. David Cook. Sarah goes for the lead, side by side towards turn 8. Is Sarah going to be passed before the corner starts? Yes, he does. Absolutely splendid work, but Jack Olivier does not give out yet. Puts his front wing next to her rear wheel tire, but doesn't quite manage. David Cook loses the position to Roland Justin, while Juan Gomash loses position to Michael Sidlecki. Michael's pushing his way up into the field. And 12 minutes left in the session for race 2. And this is all going absolutely fantastic for all other drivers here. Andy Park, sadly, Andy Park has Skip Cook has been the 2 drivers who sadly got caught out in an incident at the start of the race. Will we see something? Sam Fetova is leading up race pack here, while Jack Olivier is right on her tail. Towards turn 2 now. And Jack Olivier goes a bit wide. Tuki Gonzalez following, but Duran Justin goes pretty wide. That could be a track warning. David Cook caught a little bit of time. Michael Sidlecki following the pack. To Juan Gomash and Johan Karolczak. Turn 4 now, and towards our turn 5. Run, looking for this down under move. Doesn't quite manage to do it. Back with Jack Olivier for the battle with Sarah Mufetova. On the back straight they are. Life here in France, and this battle is not calming down at all. On the inside goes Jack Olivier. Sarah on the outside. Jack does not have the top speed to stick it on the outside. Dave in the back as well, wanting to have a move on Roland Justin. Side by side towards turn 8. Now they go, and David Cook loses the position for now, but Roland Justin does not give out. David Cook absolutely pushing his limits here. Jack Olivier right behind Sarah Mufetova. Sarah still leading the gap, the pack here in Paul Ricard. Tuki Gonzalez just about 1.4 seconds behind our leading pack, while Roland Justin about 1 second, and David Cook right on his gearbox. Here we go now. Will David Cook be able to do something towards turn 1? Not quite, but he makes himself visible twice on the inside. But puts himself back in the slipstream. But oh, that's quite of a front bump jump from Roland Justin. Hitting that curb in the wrong way. No contact from the front tires. Turn 5 now. The Arrow Autosport car looks to me to have lost out a little bit from their 1-2 lead. While Sarah Led Power Racing is leading, and Maka Racing of Jack Olivier second. Being a reserve driver, Jack Olivier absolutely showing what he has capable in the Super Formula cars. Now goes for the inside with his push to pass as well. This time he has the speed up ahead advantage. Turn 8 before even turn 8 starts, he gets a position. Roland Justin and Tuki Gonzalez going side by side. Turn 8, David could join in. And this is quite important for the two of them. Jack Oliver is in the lead, 7/5 of a second. Tuki Gonzalez has escaped a little bit from the battle, but David Cook does not let go of Roland Justin, being attached like a string to him, not losing out any time. David Cook is still half a second down, while Tuki Gonzalez is just 4/10 up to Roland Judson. In the back, Michael Sidlecki is catching a little bit to Johan Karosak, and Juan Gramash about 6/10 to Michael Sidlecki. Let's go back to a P4 battle. A P3, I believe. This is for podium position. Everyone wants his position, but looks to me that everyone has a chance to get it. Tuki Gonzalez right now being the one who has it, having used one of his pushy passes on the main straight, only having 3. Juan Gramash, 5-second penalty, and David Cook contact with Roland Justin gets a position in this round. David Cook has spun his round and down in P9, and that is his hopes for a podium done and under, as he loses P9 too on a handstock as well, while Michael Sidlecki, now up into P6, could fight Johan Karosa for a P5 position, side by side, towards turn 8. On the inside is Michael Sidlecki, has a bit of straight line speed advantage, could get the position done, but there's a bit of contact happening between the two, but Michael Sidlecki got the position done, now goes a bit wide for turn 9, and Johan Karosa goes back up ahead for P5. Will David Cook be able to do anything? It does not look quite it, as that is quite unfortunate to see Johan Karosa following Roland Justin very close with that incident that happened between Dave and Roland Justin, David Cook. That is quite unfortunate, but that's sadly how racing goes. Hard racing can often end in heartache and contact, and David Cook is a prime suspect, prime example to show what it feels like losing out a battle with contact. As Johan Karosa just following Roland Justin towards turn 3, they go now. Johan Karosa just barely gaining any time through this couple quarters here, but he has the advantage of the slipstream for them back straight. He could use it to his advantage. David Cook goes past on the handstock, and that is another position for David Cook. P9 now, hopefully not too much damage on that car, front and rear, while Johan Karoska does not use his pushy pass the same time as Roland Justin, but doesn't give out yet on the inside. Bit of contact, as one man once said, all the time you have to leave the space. I believe Johan Karoska is screaming that inside of that helmet, and now for turn 9 that could have ended in contact, but great avoiding skills from Johan Karosa. Stays behind for P5. But in the back, Michael Sidlecki is getting catched by Juan Gomash, who has a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. On the headstock, gets back past to David Cook, who's down in P10 again. With 5 minutes left in the session, there's about 3 more laps to go. Sarah's about 1 second to Jack Olivier. About 7/10 now, as everyone crossing the line now. David Cook side by side for the final corner with on a hand stock, gets acceleration through, goes past, while also up ahead there's been a big incident. Johan Karosa's in the wall. He's in the wall out of turn 2, picking up a lot of front wing damage. Juan Gramash back in P6 now, fighting Michael Sidlecki for P5. Could they have a shot? Could they have a chance? As all positions are still open to grabs for any other drivers up in the top 6. So down the back straight they go. Looking at this 4-way train here. Juan Gomash being the last one following it, while Tuki Gonzalez, I believe, being the one leading this train. Here we see in the back, that is Juan Gomash wanting to have a shot on Michael Sidlecki, looking for the outside towards turn 8. Does he have to overcut to get the position? Side by side towards turn 9, where we see a switchback. This is quite the corner. There's possible a bit of contact with Michael Sidlecki. Just pushed a little bit on the outside, but it's still there. Now on the inside, Juan Gomash has the opportunity. A bit of contact again. Off goes Michael Sidlecki, And Juan Gomash could enter position. Michael Sitaki joins just up ahead to Juan Gomash. No penalty. Penalty for Michael Sitaki, 5 seconds. That could be fought maybe after the race with the stewards. That is open for debate later on. As wow, this ending of this race is also starting to become quite spicy now. Juan Gomash and Michael Sitaki both have a 5-second penalty. So both are now fighting at full position. No one has a disadvantage or advantage. Towards turn 3 they go now. And this is quite the battle here. So in the inside is Juan Gomash. And this time they have full on contact. And back! Bad rejoin! Bad rejoin for Juan Gomash. He collects Johan Karojsak with him as well. And now David Cook spun around and David Cook left. With 4 minutes remaining, David Cook has left and retired from the race. As we now see here the battle for P6 as Ege Kansai as well inside of this. 3 minutes remaining, 2 more laps. So the next lap could be the final lap for Jack Olivier, who's just 1 second ahead of Sarah Mufetova. Not quite as that's the gap as the end of race 1. I say it. Sarah Mufetova gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting, and that is quite sad to see, as that could cost Sarah her win. Johan goes a 5-second penalty for cutting as well. He is down in P7, trying to fight with Johan Gomash, who's backs out of it, being squeezed. And I believe I was wrong. There will be another lap after this one. So 2 more laps to go. Jack Olivier leading the race, absolutely dominating weekend so far, topping the standings and qualifying, topping race 1, and now being up in the lead for race 2. Absolutely fantastic driving. Johan Karojsak, Juan Gomash and Ege Kansai are still in this freeway battle for 6th. As I apologize for that is my headphones disconnecting. On contact with Johan Karojsak and Ege Kansai. Johan Karojsak was a bit optimistic for that move. That is from my eyes. The stewards will decide that later on. And that is Johan Karojsak's chances to get a P6 over in this race. Juan Gomash is the next one to could have a shot for P6 here against Ege Kansai, using his push to pass. 1 more left in the tank he could use. Side by side towards turn 8 they go. Ege Kansai on the inside, Juan Gomash on the outside, and will Ege Kansai seat the position? Not quite. He stays ahead. Juan Gomash makes himself visible on the outside twice. Now towards turn 9. Stays behind for the exit off turn 9 towards turn 10. Goes pretty wide looking for the corner exit, but messes up and has basically messed up the corner. But Ege Kansai has messed it up as equally. Going side by side now towards turn 12. Will we see something happening between these two? Now is the final lap. I'm staying on these two, but I will jump onto Jack Olivier's point of view once he crosses the final sector. Once that happens, we'll be on board with him. But Juan Gomash following Ege Kansai very closely towards now. They go through turn 3, the braking zone here. 2 gears, only goes down 1 gear. Juan Gomash now 2. Does he manage to do anything here towards now turn 5? Doesn't manage to get a quite opportunity. He is now very close to Ege Kansai. He has 1 more push to pass. So has Ege Kansai. When will they use each of theirs? Ege Kansai uses it. He doesn't use it yet. Jack Olivier just passed this final sector. So let's see this. If Juan Gomash gets past, he does. Side by side towards turn 8. I have to jump now to Jack Olivier, but we see Juan Gomash getting the position done. But Ege Kansai fighting it, but Jack Olivier crosses the line, crosses the final corner to win race 2 of round 7 of Paul Ricard. Jack Olivier absolutely dominating weekend. Sarah Fetova gets second, Tuki Gonzalez first, Roland Johnson fourth, Michael Silecki 6th. Ege Kansai 6th right now. Juan Gomash did not quite get the position yet. Towards the final corner, both got hard front lockage. But it looks to me Ege Kansai gets a position. Johan Karosak down in P8. And on a handstock. He's not finishing the race. What has happened? What has happened for Jordan at one stock? Andy Park goes past. What has happened with Orna Henstock? He has stopped. Has he run out of fuel? Has he underfueled the car? And that could be a DNF for Orna Henstock. A retirement. But Jack Olivier is full-on dominant winner of round 7. Sarah Mufetova was very close but couldn't quite manage. Tuki Gonzalez, P3. Quite happy with that one. Roland Justin, P4. Also happy with that one. Michael Silecki, P5. Ege Kansai, P6. Juan Gomash, P7. Johan Karosak, P8. Andy Park, P9. And Orna Henstock, who will not finish the race, is down in P10. And that, I have to say, was a really hectic weekend, once again shown by Cyanide. It was just awesome from start to finish. And now we will go to some of our drivers' interviews. Let's see how many drivers want to be interviewed for today's race. That could be an interesting thing. Let's see who wants to go for the interview for today's race. As I don't quite see yet any drivers, but that was, I say for now, round 7. France here in the Super Formula Cyanide Challenge. Absolutely beautiful this race weekend. I've seen battles from start to finish. It was absolutely beautiful to just spectate, to commentate over, and to see all of our drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit. And now it's sad to see that that some of our drivers had not quite the best weekend. Responding to some of the drivers here. There we go. What has happened there? That just actually. Oh, I've opened. Whoops. I just randomly an application just randomly opened. My apologies. Will we have interviews, or will this be the end of today's stream? We have Roland Judson. Hello, Roland. Where did you finish in race 1?
P5 in both of them, so... No, P4 in race 2. But that was, I'm gonna say, just interesting for now about these 2 races. I don't want to cause any controversy. At least there's, like, something to be happy about. Zaro has won the Constructors with this race. So there's not just a complete negative taste in my mouth after it. There's at least something to be happy about.
So Let Paul Racing has won the Constructor Championship after this round?
Autosport, not Let Paul.
Huh?
Arrow Autosport.
Oh, Arrow. That's I believe that's why you guys have done those donuts at the end, at the end of the race. You guys fully, I have to say, that was fully deserved. Your race in race 2, 1-2 for a bit, then 3-4. I believe you get 4-5.
I think by 3-4 you mean Jack Olivier. That guy is managed to lose both of us 2 positions by himself. That was a bit of a disgrace to drive in that battle. I imagine it must have been pretty fun to watch it from an outsider's perspective.
It was absolutely fun to watch and commentate over. You guys have given us some spectacular battles, some controversy as well, seen from the commentary box, and all together just action pure, and just Yeah.
Entertaining race is all I'm gonna say. It's not necessarily entertaining in a good way though, because of the many things that happened
Yeah, I can imagine that.
involving. Like David also was expected to have minus 50 kilograms of ballast, which was not able to be fixed. So
his car was a little bit faster for this race.
yeah, and he also ended up taking both me and Johan out, which had cost us a lot of time. But this is quite a frustrating race in that sense that like nothing went right for
Yeah, so quite a bit
anyone
of
basically.
quite a
Except
bit of
Jack, of course, because he has somehow the best luck imaginable, and then gets away with any collisions he gets into. But I'm not gonna really go into depth here. Don't want to start a fight.
quite of a bit of controversial race.
Yeah.
The stewards will
It's going to
have.
be a fun time reading the chat
Yeah,
this
the
evening.
stewards will have to have quite of a headache after this race with the
Yes, there you go. I
penalties and the
think it'll be
controversy.
like 15 pages of just reports.
I can imagine this gonna happen quite a bit. So, what was the insight on setup? Were you guys more focused on straight line speed or corner?
It was an interesting situation. It was not focusing fully on straight line speed, because then you would have lost way too much time in medium and low speeds, or sector 1 and sector 3. But we were, I think, basically everyone was running a bit higher, lower downforce than usual. So like around 19.6 or 18.6.
So you were more focused for straight line speed.
Yeah.
We saw that you were.
So it's like basically medium downforces.
Yeah. Right. So, with this controversy as well, what parts of the race were the more difficult part from a driver's perspective?
I think just basically, I think through the entire race, just trying to keep it in the track limits, because it was very easy to go off and get a warning. As we see, like there were many drivers that got penalties, but also just like trying to keep calm, because the amount of contacts that happened were just like it was really hard to concentrate as well. And yeah, that's basically it. Pace wise, also I was struggling quite a bit. I think from what I expected, I should have had a bit more pace, and I was also making quite a bit of mistakes, so it could have gone way better, definitely.
All right. Have you anything else to tell us, or
I don't.
bit
So
of controversy
maybe
sadly
about
happening?
some speculation that there might be an arrow with a special livery to celebrate this victory for
Oh,
Qatar, but nothing confirmed yet.
that is. To be
So
honest,
expect a bit of flair on the cars again.
for the final
And
race.
also, in retrospect, I apologize for the Imola liveries,
Yeah.
with them all being different.
For the final race in Losail, we might see
Yeah.
a special Louis. All right, thank you, Roland, and congratulations for your team's championship. Absolutely deserved.
See you then in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks. As here we have the
hello.
Wingers team driver lineup: David Cook and Arno. I believe Arno, you haven't raced today, but first I'm going to ask David Cook. Quite a bit of controversy happening today on your end. Would you help us to maybe understand for the viewers a little bit more?
So, I mean, I can't speak in terms of the server. That is out of my control. I mean, like, you know, I prepped as hard as I could, like, with the time I had, which was very limited, and I did find my pace a little surprising in the race, to be honest with you. Race 1, absolutely amazing, but race 2, I was honestly just awful. Like, you know, I don't know, I just became a danger on track, and like, you know, I just thought to myself after like my third or fourth piece of contact, I just thought, that's it. I don't really want to ruin anybody else's race, and I just pulled off to the side and called it a day. In terms of the pace, I'm a bit sad. That's a bit up for debate, because obviously, like, you know, there's been this minus ballast issue. I mean, I'm a bit sad about it, because, like, you know, that means my prep could be all for naught, which doesn't feel good, of course. Like, you know, you want to genuinely race because you're genuinely on the pace. So we'll see what comes of that. But, like, you know, whatever happens, to be honest with you. Like, you know, the people have to do the right thing in the higher ups, and it's a bit out of my control, unfortunately, as what has potentially happened. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I have to be disqualified, I have to be disqualified. It's not fair to the others who have actually gone and taken the prep and they've had no such advantage other their way. So, listen, whatever is found is found. But if I had an advantage, then I don't deserve it because that's not fair to everybody else. So I'm okay with whatever happens, to be honest.
Yeah, so that sadly wasn't in your control with that bad list. You were still, I have to say, you were still fighting all the way through in race 1, and sadly with those incidents in race 2 that you decided to rather get off the track, which of course is also understandable. You don't want to see yourself as a danger. What was, while you were in the race, what was the more difficult part of the race this weekend?
The most difficult part was actually knowing the consistency. It wasn't actually until I got into the race and saw someone take an alternative line, I was like, oh, that's the line. and then all of a sudden I found all that insane time and I was like, I don't think that one line made all the difference because it was literally just that one line where I wasn't comfortable. And then all of a sudden, it just all kind of changed. Once I took that corner a bit differently, it's like I gained all my time back and it was just odd, really. It was just, I felt very quick, but obviously that's up for debate now. I'm probably slow as hell.
Well, Arrow Autosport got the championship here in this round. Any words to them?
Competing for the championship? I've not kept up with the championship. I'm just taking a quick look for you, and then I can give you something accurate.
They have gotten now the championship in their belt, the Arrow Autosport team.
Arrow Autosport, well, congratulations to them, fully deserved, to be honest with you. No complaints about that, congrats to them. And in terms of Drivers' Championship, I don't actually know where that stands. Can you perhaps update me on that?
I could, if I can. I'll keep you there. For now, Arno is well in here. Do you have any words for us? A teammate of David Cook?
P12. Sorry, David's P12 in the championship.
Oh, I'm P12 in the championship. Okay. I mean, I was hoping for top 10, but obviously, if there's disqualification coming my way, for good reason, you know.
One more race as well to come.
Yeah, one more race as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just taking this track by track, to be honest. I didn't feel like I was on pace here, to be honest.
Are you gonna give us a grand finale?
No. LaSalle is just... I hate that track with all my being. It's so
Next
mid.
time I'm gonna give you minus 100 ballast if I can.
Oh no, don't even joke about that.
Oh
no, don't even joke.
Yeah.
Honestly,
the controversy just growing.
Don't.
Exactly.
Do not grow the controversy.
Feed into the controversy.
I'm gonna say it if I got into that. Sorry for ruining the interview. I'm gonna say in here so people listening know. We believe it might either be an error from ACSM or be an error from Assetto Corsa, just visually. It's going to get investigated, so you're gonna hear from us in the next couple of days. Probably when the verdicts are gonna get out in like 3 or 4 days, you're gonna hear what happened with David as well.
And as rightfully so, to be honest.
Alright, Arno, I figure after this, any words from you for here? Or...
No, I pretty much served as race engineer for this race since I'm unable to race due to chair issues, right?
Has your chair
I do not
arrived?
have a chair.
Has your chair
My
arrived?
chair has not arrived, and
Man.
I do not currently have a chair that I trust to hold me during a race. Like I'm literally worried about. Worried about, just crashing into somebody and then the chair immediately falling apart under me, and I will get an actual traumatic brain injury from a fictional crash.
That could.
So I'd rather not.
Well, that is understandable. I was
just providing David with some information.
More of a
during
PR
the race.
here for Dave. PR assistant. Well, David and Arno, any last words from your team?
I think we'll do a lot better next season, but I think I don't know if that server advantage has been a big part of the resurgence in the past 2 races. We're gonna have to really think about that.
Formula 4 next season, by the way.
Sorry?
Formula 4 next season.
Sorry, it's Formula 4. But either way, I felt towards the end of the season, felt really good. But we'll see. We'll have to see if that carries over into the
Yeah.
next race. Like, no, I'm only gonna know where I'm at when I finish the season. Put it that way.
Let me tell you, if the setup is a bit less locked, I'll certainly be faster.
Probably the same here.
Yeah.
So you're blaming it more on the setup and not on skill.
I am. I am not. I am. No, I am actually blaming it on my skill in a way because I am more skilled at making the car suit me than I am at changing my driving style to suit the car, which is why I benefit from open setup.
What? All right.
So.
And you, David, the same opinion?
I prefer fixed, to be honest, because at least we're all on an even playing field at some point.
Yeah.
Like, if you see my LMU streams, like, you know, I prefer a fixed setup race rather than the open setup races, just because I don't get enough time to practice.
Understandable. Well, thank you, Team Wingus, or Wingus Racing, for this interview here. Hope to see you in 2 weeks, and I hope to see a good race of you.
I hope so too.
Alrighty, and hopefully see Anna racing as well. Hopefully your chair arrives till then.
Yep. I don't know what I will do if it doesn't.
Built one out of just go to IKEA and buy one.
Do you know how expensive IKEA chairs are? They're not even good.
Whoa. Don't.
They're not good. They do. IKEA does not have good computer chairs right now.
All right, let's keep this interview to subject. I apologize.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think we're done here. Just throw us out of here.
Right, have a fun night, a good evening, and maybe watch NFL or Formula 1, depending on.
Hell yeah, NFL for me.
Yeah, it's 10-0 for Minnesota Vikings right now.
Dave, please not on cam. Please not on the mic. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah. Have a fun night then. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
So I believe next to join us in here will be Ege Kansai.
If not,
Anna, are you still here?
See you around.
See ya. So next might be Ege Kansai or one Tuki Gonzalez or Ornan Henstock. We'll see who will join us first in the commentary box here.
Oops, I gotta drag them. Hold on.
Yeah, no, that'll be.
Oh, hello.
So we have here Ege Kansai. I believe I said it correctly, or is it Ege Kankai?
Both is wrong.
Oh.
Ege Kanjai.
Kanjai, the third one.
No, like G.
I apologize for that. Bit difficult to get all the names correctly.
Took a whole season, but...
Well, for next race, I will have it in mind. So, how did your race go, these 2 races?
Well, on the first race, I did my maximum and got a P9, you know. I caught Tuki because he had damage battling in front, but, you know, couldn't overtake him. We had a good battle with Orna and I think Johan. I don't know, we had great battles, but I finished P9. But on the second race, oh my god, what a second race it was. I was battling Orna, then Johan, then I had an incident with Johan. He clipped me and nearly spun me, but he spun himself. I don't know what he's thinking right now, and you know, it was a crazy race. And with the penalties, I think I'm getting P6 or P5. I don't know how close I was with Michael Sijlecki.
We'll see. We'll see at the end of the race. At the end of this weekend or in the week, the results. What was the harder parts of this weekend for you as a driver?
One word: understeer.
Oh.
You know, it was pretty bad, especially on the sector 3. You know, the last corner was pain. It was turning like a truck.
Running more of an less draggy setup, more straight at speed.
No, I was actually, you know, quite slow in straights, but I was quick in corners. Just the low speed stuff I was bad at.
Oh, that is interesting to hear. Sad to see that with the setup you quite didn't get it perfect. What would you say was the better parts of this weekend for you?
Well, I made the most that I could do. so I am taking this as a positive, and also I the P6 or P5, I don't know what will become, but that's the best results I got in the whole season. So I'm quite happy with that.
That's very good to hear. That was basically all of my questions. Do you have anything to tell us, or anything final words?
Well, thanks to Orna to have a great battle with me, and see you guys.
Yeah. Well, one more thing I have is Arrow Autosport got the championship now. This race has under the belt. Do you have any words for them?
Well, congratulations to them. We were normally a three-car team, but the other guys didn't quite make the 104% rule, so I had to race one car, one team. So congrats to them.
Nice. There we go. That's the interview here from me. Have a nice evening. Enjoy your night. Probably watching Formula One or NFL, depending which ones you're
doing homework.
Or obviously, private life is also the most important. Enjoy your evening and don't burn yourself out.
Yeah, thanks, man. See ya.
See ya. As we now have Ornan Henstock here in the commentary booth for the interview. Say hello. Hello.
Yeah. They expect. All right. Yeah. Okay. They expect it to be in the commentary box.
What was? I'm asking this question now. What was the most difficult part of the weekend for you?
Probably Sector 3. Just overall, Sector 3 was just like complicated because I was basically running on low drag setup, which meant that I basically sacrificed all the downforce for the last sector, and it was just simply not easy to catch up with the guys in front, basically.
What has happened in this race too? At the end, you stopped before the line. Has something happened?
Yes, I basically blew my engine as I downshifted too quickly into the corner, and I basically stopped in the middle of the track because the car was obviously not rolling anymore.
Oof, that is quite tough to hear. Hopefully, hopefully it will count as a race result, but be prepared that will count as a DNF. Sad to see that this could happen.
I guess that happens.
Were there moments of the weekend where you were quite happy or confident?
I was definitely confident in basically the race starts and definitely the long straight. I was basically racing against Kankei on during race 2, and basically as soon as I exited the corner leading to the main straight, I was basically having a rocket ship behind. So I was easily making up 8/10.
That's
on the drivers ahead.
That's great. With Ege, I've now learned his name is Ege Ganjai. From this time, I will also do a mistake. But there have been issues with understaying the slow corners. Have you been suffering with that as well?
Yes, a little bit actually. Especially in turn 1, even though it's not necessarily a slow corner. It felt like you had to brake a bit earlier compared to what you'd think of a Super Formula could do.
Yeah, Arrow Autosport has gotten the championship win after this race. Any words for them?
I mean, I have to say, I have to congratulate them. They've been on top since day one. They got a few 1-2s as well, during the season. So all I can say is I could always just congratulate them and say that they were simply the best. They gave it all. I gave it all, but we were no match.
Do you have any final words for us in this commentary?
Hexa will return for the next season, that's for sure.
Formula Forecast next season.
Yes, exactly. So expect some of our academy drivers from our team to join the F4 series, but hopefully I'll be sticking to Super Formula.
Hopefully next season, so expecting something interesting. Nice.
Yeah.
That's it for me. Enjoy your evening. Probably watching NFL or Formula 1, depending on what your plans are, or just enjoying your evening. That's the most important.
Yep. Well, have a good evening to you too, and congratulations to Arrow Motorsports again.
Thanks to me, and also I'm going to say thanks to them as well. Have a nice night.
Have a nice night.
Goodbye. So I believe we have one more here, or is that it?
That is it, yeah.
That is it from the commentary for the interviews and the end of the weekend. I hope everyone who watched has had a fantastic time. I was about to say splendid and mix those two words together. Have a fantastic night. In 2 weeks we will have Losail in Qatar, I believe it is. And with the final race of the season, obviously with Arrow Motorsport, Autosport getting the team championship, I believe the driver championship is still open, is it, Saidi?
Yeah, I haven't confirmed yet that Arrow are the champions, but I think mathematically, whatever happens today with penalties, they have a pretty strong chance to it. I won't confirm like 100% yet now, but pretty sure they have it.
Which driver?
The Drivers' Championship, especially with Jack Olivier racing today, is still pretty much wide open, so that's gonna be really interesting going to the final race. And yeah, that was it.
Well, so the final race will be the big finale. Hope David Cook as well will give it something, as we heard that he is not quite confident in this car. We will see an important race in 2 weeks, and that then will be the final. It will be the finale of the season, and season. I believe it will be season 6, or which season will be the Formula 4 car?
Oh fuck. So these were I need to count them. Alright. So this is the second season of the Super Formulas. We first had season 1 of Indy Lights and Calibras. Season 3 was the first season of the Super Formulas. This is season 4, and we're gonna go into season 5 with the Formula 4 car.
So looking forward to that. And tonight was very fun. Thank you for having me here, Saidu. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you as well for coming.
And I will see you all in 2 weeks. Enjoy your time till then. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
No, Mikey, no, Mike, that was so not right.
I'm gonna be right back in like 20 minutes or so. I need the break.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire.